Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today we're going to be talking about a potential trade for the Oklahoma City Thunder and potentially trading for the MVP, Philadelphia 76ers superstar Joel Embiid. As yesterday there was an article on Bleacher Report that was five potential Joel Embiid trades, and one of them was the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's go over that potential trade, which I doubt really happens. The Oklahoma City Thunder would receive Joel Embiid, the MVP, and the 76ers would receive Chet Holmgren, the second overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft, and people are expecting him to be the Rookie of the Year, and not Victor Wembanyama, but I think Wembanyama will be the Rookie of the Year. But he's still going to be a great player either way. He's going to be a great player, 7 foot or over 7 foot maybe. Is he 7 foot or 7'1"? I think he's like 7 foot, 7'2", something like that. Victor Oladipo, who is still a solid player, but injuries have really haunted him. But he averaged like 10 points per game this season for the Heat. Davis Bertans, a good three-point shooter. Isaiah Joe, a 2024 first-round pick, a 2025 first-round pick, which is actually Philadelphia's draft pick. So Philadelphia would be getting back one of their own draft picks. This would be good for Philadelphia because if they plan on rebuilding, they would have one of their own draft picks back. So that would actually be a good asset for the Sixers to get back. And then a 2026 first-round pick via the Clippers. That could be a good draft pick. You never know what will be going on with the Clippers in 2026. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George could both be gone from the Clippers by 2026. And then multiple second-round picks. A 2024 second-round pick via Houston that the Thunder got from the Westbrook trade, a 2025 second-round pick via Philadelphia. So I know this one's a second-round pick, but still a decent asset for Philadelphia to get back, speaking of it being one of their own picks. So, I mean, if you're about to get in a little bit of a rebuild, to have your own picks is good, and that is what Oklahoma has. And then a 2030 second-round pick via Houston. So that pick doesn't really matter, though. So they would get Chet Holmgren, I think, will be a superstar. Victor Oladipo and Davis Bertans, two really solid role players, both really solid three-point shooters. Isaiah Joe, a really solid young player. 3 first-round picks. 2 should be good picks with the Sixers and the Clippers. And even if that 2025 isn't good, if they have plans on potentially rebuilding by 2025, they can. Which, if they want it, you could rebuild in 2025 if you wanted to, even if you didn't get that pick back. But it doesn't make sense to rebuild, if you don't even have your own first round pick. But they could do that, if they have their first round pick back. And then 2026 first round pick from the Clippers, that could be a good draft pick as well in 2026. Who knows what the Clippers will look like? They've spent all this money to get Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. If those two guys leave, it could really hurt them. But yeah. I don't know. Is this enough? Is this offering enough? Chet Holmgren and a star and some really solid first-round picks and 3 second-round picks and some other solid role players like Oladipo, Bertans, and Isaiah Joe. Is that enough for the Philadelphia 76ers to move on from the MVP? Let's go over Joel Embiid's stats real quick from this past season. This season with the Sixers, he averaged 33 points per game with 8 rebounds per game. Or 10 rebounds per game and 4 assists per game with almost 2 blocks per game. His field goal percentage was 55% and his three-point percentage was 33% as a center. I don't know. I think this would be a good trade for the Thunder. You got to get rid of your draft picks at some point. You hate to give up Chet, but you're adding in Joel Embiid, who has a lot of years left on his contract, and MVP next to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Josh Giddey and Jalen Williams. And, the whole young core they have, Lou Dort as well. I feel like this would be a great trade for the Thunder. And the Thunder, if I'm the Thunder, even though you have to give up Chet, you do it in a heartbeat. I know, it sounds weird to get Embiid. I think it makes them contenders in the Western Conference with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Joel Embiid and all the other solid pieces around. I think Jalen Williams is a stud. So is Josh Giddey. Honestly, I think adding Embiid to this Thunder team, I think the Thunder are definitely a playoff team with the team they already have with Chet. You add Embiid, you switch Embiid instead of Chet Holmgren. I think I'm not gonna say a title contender, but I think you are contenders in the West. I think you're definitely a top six team in the Western Conference. I don't think you have to worry about about going into the play-in. I don't think they're a 10-7 seed. I think they are a top 6 seed if they add in Joel Embiid. But I think the only real question is this enough for the Philadelphia 76ers to do this deal with Oklahoma City Thunder? That is my big question going into this trade. But we shall see. You use your thoughts on the potential trade. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.